My mother, who I am the spitting image of, got drunk and thought I was her past self. So she decided to tell her past self about how her life will get so much better when she leaves her abusive household. Before I start, I should explain that I am the spitting image of my mother both physically and mentally. One time, my mother was drunk. Like, very drunk. It was actually the first time I'd ever seen her drunk. I was about 15, and it was just her and I in the house. This was a particularly stressful year for my mother, and on that day she'd lost a patient she'd been working with for over a decade. So it was a rough day for that woman, and for some reason, she started talking to me like I was her. It was like she was speaking to her past self. And she talked to me like that for 2 hours, and I just listened while she wept, raged and cried. She revealed all of the abuse she'd been put through growing up. She told me things not even my father knew about her past. She told me about how she watched her grandfather die because her mother wouldn't let her take him to the hospital. She told me about how she had to start paying rent at 14 or she'd be put on the streets. She alluded to sexual abuse and blatantly spoke about physical beatings and mental abuse she was put through because of her mother. Then, she started speaking to her past self about how it was going to get so much better for her. She started talking about how hard she worked to get herself out of that life and how much she will accomplish when she will be able to leave the house. It was a weird experience, and I think in some way it helped my mother a lot. It was like she was able to go back in time and tell herself it will get better, and it reassured her a lot to do that. She doesn't seem to remember any of it. It was a surreal moment for me. My siblings only know that our grandmother is a bitch, but they don't know about the abuse. My father knows about some of the abuse, but she told me all of it.